open air markets. And so thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch the videos. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. Thank you for the new subscribers and the new viewers and all the people who comment all the time. I really appreciate you guys. And it's like making new friends, right? You know, and the cool thing is we don't all have to we don't all have to agree all the time. Seriously, like we can always be in healthy disagreement. And in fact, you know, oftentimes when people don't agree with each other, that's kind of like the best way, ideally, to sort of get the best sort of most well-rounded response to like the kind of thing that you're trying to solve. You feel me? And so I'm talking about open air markets, and I know that here in the United States, open air markets aren't as big as sort of like they are elsewhere around the world. This is an impromptu speech, so unfortunately, I have no citations or anything to sort of top off the top of my head, but I know that like there are relatively large markets that are open air all over the world, and so like for example, places where there's just a ton of people outside, right? And before I get like too sidebarred with that, it's just sort of like I like open air markets, and we'll come back to America because I don't know anything else about any other country, I guess, honestly, and as it concerns their open air market policies. I know that I've seen some crazy movies where, yeah, anyways, all right, so the open air market is like a conceptualization. It can be anything from like a garage sale to a rummage sale to a boot sale to a flea market to a farmer's market to a bazaar. You know, there's all of these really cool names that people often associate or place label to, you know, as it concerns whatever type of event they're at. And I myself here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, a little bit more rural, I definitely argue in terms of like open air market availability and options, seeing as though the flea market was kind of the only thing growing up as a kid that I knew of that was like an open air market where a ton of people went and like different types of commerce took place, like on the small local business level, kind of, right? Flea markets are where you can buy socks, you know, all the way on up to trading cards and used toys. Now, I know this because my grandfather was absolutely obsessed with buying his socks from the flea market. This is a known fact in my family. And so when he went to buy socks, I went to buy basketball cards, you know? And so that was kind of like the cool trade off with that, in that the guy liked new socks, I liked new trading cards, we got along good. And I always liked the idea of an open air market, right? So my grandpa would literally be getting his socks, you know, his tube socks, and I would be getting my Michael Jordan single card, you know, in a card holder and stuff. And yeah, it was just a really good time. And so I like open air markets. I wish that in America there were more open air markets as it would be. I know that, for example, like in Tempe, a place that I've spent a lot of time, there's the concept is pretty big. But again, why wouldn't it be big? I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, the southwestern part of the United States. The weather here is always pretty nice, you know, as far as like year-round cyclically annually speaking, like our weather's pretty good here, you know, like in the entire region. We're a little bit more north here in Albuquerque than in, you know, Phoenix and or the Phoenix Valley and Tempe and stuff. And so Tempe Town, Tempe Marketplace, that's the name of it. And it's just really cool concept too, where like it's like a mall but it's outside. And so yeah, I'm a huge fan of open air markets. I like indoor shopping, obviously. Well, like, you know what I mean, like in a building where like a mall, for example. I love a mall, I really do. I think malls are cool, but um I like the vibe a lot more from like the perspective of like an open air market, like the weekly flea markets here in Albuquerque, or like state fairs and little. I didn't even mention those, right? But those are like the best of all open air markets in terms of like you can buy stuff there, like souvenirs and food and trinkets and things, and then you can also like ride rides, you know. And I'm trying to think of indoor theme parks. I'm sure they exist, right? But again, like I don't know. There's nothing more fun than being outside, honestly, is what I think. And the only thing that makes better, the only thing that can make that better, like being outside and living, you know, is like with like a large group of people. That's all I'm saying. And like, I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. I like open air markets, and that's why I wanted to talk about. That's why I wanted to talk about them for this video. So again, thanks for watching the videos, and please subscribe. It helps the channel grow, and I really appreciate it. Okay. Literally, after yesterday, we've made more than 100 videos. Yeah, yeah.